up on top of his ramp, which is perfect for him. So now there's the uphill mischance from OD. There's the laser blind as well. Cole's gonna have
hello. There's a level 1 Ogre and a level 1 Slider again.
Yeah.
Is this duel never going to end between these two?
This is what happens, because the Ogre's job is to move around trying to harass mid lane and give the OD an advantage.
Speaking of mid, haste room from Cinder. He's going to run in, and very wisely, Elements pull the courier away. Kuiper's got rockets as well as laser up and running, so if he times it right, which he does, Cole will fall, and the OD is the first blood spilt.
Yeah. Making damn sure that he dies with the laser applied just as the rocket lands.
But Kuiper's getting some good money. However, Cinderin maybe giving a little bit of extra money over. Imprisoned up, he's still got the sprint on, but he's got to crush a 3-man group up. If he can get the crush off, maybe he'll survive, but he'll lose the Observer Ward that was freshly planted down, as well as his own life.
That's a pretty big win for EPG. Good shot.
Kuiper. He's in very deep. Blast, Ignite, available. Here comes the TP. Cinderin's coming back again, but the stuns are available. Goggy, there's a double-man crush. Kuiper needs to bottle charge his way through this one, but it's just not enough. So both heroes for NiP lost in the mid.
Regardless of his level of farm, right? They've got Frostbite with that, and Snare, or the Root even. And I've got that Tinker to blind him up and laser him, and if you lay down a couple of marches, even during Shadow Dance, Slark doesn't have the free mobility that he would love to have.
God, Era just got ganked on the bottom lane. That was even before Hookshot. Just watching the smoke maneuver. The Slark is not being slowed down. He'll have his Shadow Blade at a really good timing. And Mitch with level 6 is already ready to attack. He's in range of the Observer Ward, so they know Mitch is there. They're going to try and pincer him in, but Cinderin, he blocked the Hookshot by standing in the tree line. He'll lose his life. If they get Mitch, it'll be worth it, however. The damage from the tower is still not enough. Mitch has stick charges. He'll survive. The rockets will fly up and hit the OD, but Mitch is out. He's home.
That's not how things are meant to go.
No. Worried. They're going to lose a core. Quick Frostbite onto the Ogre. It's only Hani who completes his TP.
Bottom lane.
Error. 1 charges. It's enough life. With the 1 charges, they have just enough to keep him up and turn for us on a Mitch. Trixie also rotated down for this.
There's no Stampede though. It's up in 7.
And Cinderin doesn't have Crush. Okay, he'll have it in a second.
Oh, EPG is sticking around way too long for this.
If they can find the opening. Stampede forward. Era's got his stun available, so there it is. They let the stun go with the Wave of Terror. Hoof Stomp in. Cinderin's on his way up to the Crush. Is holding Mitch down. They have the Shallow Grave, but can Mitch get back into relative safety? Yes, he can on 30 HP. Swift ending. Now he's on the bottom lane, and Cinderin is the sacrifice. A double kill for him. He already got Hani before coming down to the bot.
Where did Hani die?
I assume
Just
on top lane where he TP'd up.
Huh. Okay. Boots of travel at 10 minutes. Reasonable timing, you know, it's not the best. Usually, if you're going for this BOT's rush, you'd want them by like,
oh the hook! Kuiper, he came in for the Arcane Rune, and now the Battery Assault will hold him in position long enough to get the kill. So Kuiper's down. Yeah, bot item, doesn't lose too much money, but he'll lose.
With the help of the Tinker as they split push 1 lane and shove in another to a tier 1. Because they are very strong in numbers.
Here they go. Stampede is off. That's an attack in towards mid. The TPs are on their way, but already the OD is down. They may as well just complete their gank. They're going for the easiest kill on the map right now, which is a very underfarmed Slider who's just trying to find that farm on bot lane. So lock him in the cogs, burn him up. Cinder can crush all he wants. He should not be able to survive this, and even Kuiper can't arrive in time to help him out.
Hookshot was still there, but yeah,
okay, Arrow with a haste rune. This may work. He just runs in, goes to stun over on Mitch. There's a multicast from Ogre, but the rockets are still flying in. With the Wave of Terror, the negative armor, Swifting. Now in he comes. Hani, 3 hits, 4 hits for the Slark to kill him off. The hook shot well off target from Mitch. Flying a little bit too far to the left.
Doing the Kunkka X mark back into Fountain, buying Salves and Clarities.
Yeah, it was IG. That was when Chorn was playing for him. Hi, Cinderin.
Oh dear.
Bye, Cinderin.
Now it's getting a little bit scary.
Yeah. This is when like you understand just how easy it is for the Slark to kill off these underfarmed cores and like underfarmed supports. And you have Slider who is he's decently tanky. Ogre kind of gets put in exactly the same kind of position too. Okay, Hani.
He really wanted Ogre to die.
Yeah, Ogre was already dead when he triggered that.
He really wanted him to die.
That's a misclick. Now with the Iron Talon, maybe he can just sit in the jungle and farm for a bit, but...
I think Honey has to be the sacrifice here. Because you need...
Oh, Honey,
Honey! That's a blade mail.
Honey! He's just trying to do as much damage as he can so the Rockets can finish the
Slark
job,
you.
and now, no! Oh, Kai! It didn't have to be this way.
Oh well. OD before Astral. Because they have these kind of, multiple defensive mechanisms, right? They've got Astral, they've got Grave, they've got Cogs, Hookshot.
There's your Hookshot, flies over, catches down Era. Era needs a target to swap out to right now. He's looking towards center and it's like, please, bro, take it for me. The Wave of Terror will connect on 3 of them, but now the OD imprisonment. Syndrome will come back to the World of Living, just to be turned into the graveyard. Down he goes. Maybe there is another opening, but no! Oh, Era! Try and trigger. He knows he has.
And look to get him some kind of item in the near future to actually fight
is
with his
coming,
team.
and Era is left alone. The Observer and Sentry from Elements, that's what let them stop this one up. The hookshot's on the side, a quick swap out. Hani dead very quickly, so they lock the Centaur in position. All the other TPs are going to work, but Centaur is OD imprisoned up, and 5 heroes around him will fall. 2 heroes without buyback, and the mid-creep wave just arrived at the tier 2 tower.
My confidence is now
up.
Oh wow.
And going up. So he ends with, okay, that was 11 plus 49, I think it was. So yeah, hook shot forward, they catch out the Vengeful Spirit, a couple of orbs with a pushback too. Era has to commit the Hurricane Pike, but Cole, stun is the only thing that might save Era, and the Stampede over. Trixie jumps in with the double edge, OD so low, the life, where's the Shallow Grave? OD self-imprisoned, he'll survive. NiP won't be there on the front line, slow enough, and then he blinks forward to help with the damage to kill off Era. EPG, really great.
On the trade a bit, but Mitch now in trouble bottom lane near his own shrine.
Yeah, maybe. Where's those TP supports coming in? Triggers at the shrine as well as the Blade Mail and Cinderin. I don't want any part of it. He's dead. Tries to get away. Became again the buffer for aggression. But look over at LeBron.
Like, Trixie mid?
Wait, is he? Yeah, well, he's out so far. I thought he'd just end up running backwards, but...
Oh, he has Axe ulti.
Okay.
He's fine.
But maybe not. Like, Swiftling's got another pounce up in a second, so they push him forward and then get the leash. Trixie will go down to Mitch's rocket, and Era's on the run too. Behind him with the Silver Edge, so break the aura. Throw him down with the Poison Touch, and now Era will go down as well. They lose 1 support and 2 cores in the space of 30 seconds.
That's very not good. That is... to get out of Cogs, or to push his teammates out of Cogs.
But you see Kai's walking around with 5 sentries at the moment.
Actually, how many forces will they have?
He's looking for the quirky wards. Goodbye, Cinderin. Hookshot down. The Ogre Frost Mage is able to block on the top. Like, they're preparing the trap on the lane. Tinker can BT himself in. And Goggy, okay, he reveals himself. The range creep turns around. Cinderin, a blink, crush, and freebie. The Dazzle walked in, and now 50 seconds with him on the sideline just after he got the Aegis.
That's the first kill. Maybe it was like 17 minutes, but it's still a long bloody time. But you get no kills at all,
Mitch,
and all you're doing
throw
is
it, throw it. The rocket goes up. Oh no, he blinks just in time, just out of range of the hook shot.
Tinker.
Slippery little sucker. Trixie is now on top of a Tinker ward. He walked out to that one, blinks up. The Hex is there. And that's one very dead Centaur. And he will actually reveal the fact the Observer Ward is up there. Just got pinged out by Tinker. He's trying to juke it. The Horf Stop, Trixie. The Urn is keeping his Blink Dagger on cooldown. He won't survive this, but he wastes the time, reveals the ward. And you'd probably say technically this is a better thing because it's up. I don't know if he's looking for the spell lifesteal, if he's looking for the 100% or the 100 laser damage. Considering he has the Aghanim, so...
Swift ending.
The swap up is the VS trying to initiate the laser hit so hard. Swift is so low. Remember, he's still got the Aegis Immortal, however, but he's lost his Ogre. They want more. Cinderin too far forward. That BKB lasts a little bit longer. Maybe he thought he had time to get the crush out, but it's a 1-for-1 trade on what he's looking to reflect, or maybe it's just he's just trying to break free.
Purge Hex, I think. Or
yeah.
Dispel Hex.
Yeah, that would make the most amount of sense. Swiftling gonna come in, starts his attack. It's over on the Slaughter. Yep. Very quick death. And Trixie again, he's underneath the Observer Ward. Starts the TP, Abyssal Play is available. And he just triggers it. Make sure he gets the kill over on the Centaur. So 2 heroes lost on the top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Roshan's still not up.
Did you know that the active of Abyssal Blade is called Overwhelm?
I did not.
You learn something new every day.
Did you just read that?
I literally just read that. Because I was thinking to myself, I just said Bash, but I meant Abyssal Blade active. I wonder if it has a name. And I looked at it and I was like, huh, it has a name.
Again, Slug trying to be protected by the Lotus Orb. They burn through the Aegis. So the rockets will fly, the Martian machines, and get more layers down now as Swifting back in the wall, a little bit of arrow, swaps him out, the Hex is perfect, and the whole enchilada released by NiP. Cole's coming in now, he's in way too deep, throws the ulti, he can't kill Tinker! Quote so low, he needs half a second, now he can blink back into base, regenerate, you've lost the 2 big cores! Elements forcing, they actually have to use it to defend their mid lane from NiP. They waited 45 minutes for this. Hook shot forward, lock in the Centaur, the 4-star, putting Mitch actually into an okay position. Now Era with the swap. Centaur's in a little bit too deep. Synderen has to lend the cross shot. 4-star gets Trixie out of the base. Secondary 4-star, hook shot off target. LeBron, he's locked in with a frostbite in from Hani. So they find that kill. Now it's no Ogre for 75 seconds. Koifa to the front lines. Let the lasers go. Keep the hexes up. The Martian machine cover fire. Have to go back in just a second if he can to regenerate back up again because he's pretty damn low on mana. But the creep wave is in. The fortification is triggered. The hook shot got the timing. It sees Era. They know where they can fight. Trixie's in the neighborhood too, and he'll reveal himself. They can go for both. So the blink forward. You still got the Stampede off, so Era will go east. Trixie will try and survive as the Abyssal Blades just start bouncing around each other. Do they get the kill? Is there an imprisonment? Era's protected by BKB. So his only trick
died. Even with Lotus and Lincoln,
Synderen
can burn through.
There goes your BKB. Wow. Swifting triggers it so well. He's here for the racks. That's all he wants. He doesn't care about anything else. The hook shot flies all the way down, and they're looking towards the kills. A couple of quick ones. So Synderen is down. The hoof's on forward. Mitch protected by his own BKB. His elements start their retreat, but Era pulls him back into the fight with that swap. Mitch still in trouble. The BKB is protecting him. 150 life. He'll get back out again, out of range of both the arrows as well as the laser. Koifa's in trouble. Cole will drop the ulti. Synderen with a dive back, and you'll have Koifa now buy back as well. They still haven't taken the racks, but maybe they can just take the scalps in the fight. Era's doing work. He'll finally bring down the OD. Hani will let it go.
Alive,
and Swifting, he'll come back in again.
The racks
go for
are
the
alive.
hit. The racks are still alive, and Slark is not. He'll go down. The buybacks were not committed by Elements, but NiP definitely had to. They'll defend. That's why they can wrap around with the smoke. So it's a 4-man group up. Tinker is not here. They smoke again and instantly breaks. Slark comes in. They try and make a break for the tree line. Trixie missed on the hoof stop. He's still got the movement speed to get away, but it's the hook shot in the back lines. They found the extra one. It's Synderen who's going to go down. Hani lets his ulti go, but there's no buybacks for these heroes. Koifa starts pushing out the mid lane, trying to create some level of momentum to get Elements to look behind themselves, because remember, they don't have the creep wave, so the backdoor regeneration will be there, but they can probably fight through it, depending on if Tinker is there.
What are they waiting for?
They're coming in now. There's still a sentry on the ground. Trixie jumps forward, looking for the hoof stomp, and now Trixie quickly 4-staffed away, hook shot forward, right on top of the Centaur, the clockwork, Hook cocks himself in with Synderen. So Mitch, Shallow Grave will hold him there, the fortification, it keeps the melee racks alive. Swifting, he just wants to end the racks, he's able to do so, and now run away! There's a 3-man crush from Synderen, it won't actually allow it to happen. The extra summon to Ogre, they keep him controlled, the Bloodthorn was on him too, as Mitch hook shots back in again. Another quick cogs, keeping Synderen out of this fight, but the swap, he'll drag Mitch back in again. Dagon down, a heavy amount of damage, but after 57 minutes of trying, you get a big movement. Okay, LeBron is standing on top of a Radiant Observer in Sentry 1. This is so juicy. Blink, crush. Okay, Hani.
Kitchen sink?
He's like, I don't care. We're getting this kill and we're getting out. Sentry goes down to as Roshan becomes next primary target. Swifting losing his ultimate also reveals the fact to him that he is most definitely under a sentry in Observer Ward. So, Era swaps him out, they want the dazzle, and they get him instantly dead, and then the hoof stomp. Mitch caught out of position, he'll BKB up, Era wants to go. So you don't have that big AoE kind of control against Elements that might intimidate them against this.
This is a very tight window.
Yep, there's a jump in. Synderen's the first one to make the play. Hawkshot, no! He went into the back of LeBron's ass! And now Trixie will go in once again. Roshan outside the pit, stunned up. Trixie losing life very quickly to the Slark. Not to mention shifting the essence over with the Hexes. Now Cole moves to the front line, throwing out the orbs, looking at the damage. The shallow grave is keeping Mitch alive, allowing him to keep that control going. Era has to swap Hani in. Had no other choice. Hani will die. A double buyback is up. The top lane is pushing in too. This is problematic to say the least.
Swing the fight, or at least try and steal cheese or Aegis or something, because that adds such a level of uncertainty.
Swifty
for
taking
EPG.
so much damage. If he gets E-Blade popped right now, okay, hook shot, Mitch goes in. Goggy pushing him back out again. I mean, Cole, he's got that refresher orb to look for that. But you got the double butterfly over on the Vengeful Spirit. She's looking for all the damage out, but you lost your melee racks. Trixie jumps in. Synderen, a 3-man crush. Is this an opening with a laser hitting on all 5 heroes? They turn around, attacking the slider. Synderen swapped out by Era. Mitch still wants the kill. The Cogs put the fight up, but OD, he's sitting like a truck. 76 stolen intelligence. He still hasn't even triggered the ultimate. He's waiting for the Aegis, the Immortal to time out. 2 buybacks, the VS and the Cross.
You mentioned Aegis, refresher on him. He's got double standing eclipse in 30 seconds with 80 stolen in, Toby.
That Hex. OD! Okay, they get through the Aegis to the Immortal. So they'll burn that one. The laser does its work. He'll come back. No stolen intelligence anymore, but Koifa stunned up in the tree line. They need to bring him down. They're able to do so. Koifa now has to buy back into the fight. Get to the front line so Era can do his work. Bloodthorn's available. He'll swap back in the OD. OD E-Blade. Oh, he's just destroyed. Koifa once more. LeBron will fall too. The stun. He is being overwhelmed at the moment. Koifa, he can't survive. It's a dieback for him. Era needs to be the man of the moment, of the hour, of the absolute death. The hour is nigh. The hour is gone, and Era, he will be dead in 3, 2, they're letting him go, and it is just a hook shot forward. Hani will go down to the OD.
Slark returns as well, another lane of racks, and
It's
Mega Creeps
GG.
a good game.
68 minutes, it took a very long time. Hey Era!
And Era stacked butterflies, and nearly wins the fight 1v1 against OD as well. Oh man. Okay, if you ever want to learn how to play Tinker against a really noxious, annoying lineup like OD Slark with a Dazzle behind them and an Ogre bloodlusting them, watch this game because Koifa did an amazing job keeping his team even remotely close to winning.
That he did.
The
That he
Tinker Show.
definitely did.
It was the full-on Tinker Show.
You know the beautiful thing is we have another NiP game coming up in just a bit.